Hello, welcome into Lighthouse Tapestry. And here today I am with Nat from Chai Astrology. And today we are going to be talking about money magic, especially with focus on the second house. So we are going to give you some information today. And down below is a downloadable link for you to actually use a worksheet, and maybe as you watch the recording, go through and utilize the information that we're going to be giving you to help to figure out how you can best utilize the energy of the second house in order to help with your money manifestation. And at the end, we will be doing a ritual, and we will then kind of incorporate all of that energy in with us. So thank you, Nat, for coming on today and sharing your knowledge with us. I'm very excited that you're here, and we want to have you showing up more and more on the channel. And I will say Nat has a beautiful Substack newsletter that she sends out every Monday. She's got information down below regarding that. So if you want to book with her, if you want to check out her Substack, that is all listed below. And we will also be offering a broader class on all of the money houses later in the month of November. We're going to actually be doing a class, but you will get a lot of information today regarding utilizing your second house. So Nat, I will turn that over to you if there's anything you want to say before we start going through the information.
Yes. Hi, Don. Thank you for inviting me to your new channel. And hi, everyone on the live or watching the recording. I'm very, very excited for today. Talk about astrology, money, and magic and ritual. Like all the things I just love to talk about. So yeah, it might be funny to say I like to talk about money, but that's true. So let me ask you guys, like, how does everyone really feel about money right now? So for some of you, it might feel a little difficult, like it's hard to come by, and maybe there's a sense of struggling, or always kind of feel like not enough, and you're not alone. So many people carry these feelings. And, in fact, like a lot of my clients' readings are pertain to like money issues in some way. But here's what I believe. So those feelings doesn't mean that you are broken or bad with money. So, they're often just a sign of misalignment with your unique money design. So that's why we are here today. And my hope is that by mapping out your money design and showing you how your money naturally wants to flow through your life, and you feel an instant shift, a new alignment can be made. And from that place, healing your relationship with money becomes not just possible, but very natural. Okay, slide.
Okay, I will bring that up. There we go. Okay.
Okay. So now, of course, to really decode someone's money pattern through astrology takes layers and layers of chart work. And that's something we go into deeper into our course in November. But for today, I want to keep it simple. So we are going to pick up the most obvious money flow in your chart and map it out together. And as you mapping out, and notice how powerful it is to just see your money flow in front of you. And it's like you're creating a living map, a map on a paper, and projected in your awareness and mirrored by your chart. So it's like a three-dimensional portal. And the timing couldn't be more perfect. It's full moon today. So above us, we are illuminated and blessed by the moonlight. And imagine your money flow glowing with the radiance of the moon. So bringing clarity, reflection, and illumination to how abundance wants to move through your life. Okay, so keep things simple today. So we are going to work with the whole sign chart. And that means each zodiac sign takes up the 4th house, and which means it's much easier to see the flow of your money in your chart. And when we talk about rulership of the signs, we will be using the 7 traditional planets. So just to clarify, in this approach, we are not assigning rulership to Pluto, Neptune, or Uranus. So instead, Scorpio is ruled by Mars, and Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, and Pisces ruled by Jupiter. So this way, everything feels a little bit cleaner, and you have an easier time tracing your money flow. So what is the money magic? So it's like once you know the nature of your money and where your resources are flowing from, and then you connect to that energy of your wealth triad, that's the 2nd and 6th and 10th houses, and you begin to see the bigger pattern. And here's the magic. So money is energy and it's not random. So it has a rhythm and has a flow and it's alive. So your chart shows the way your money naturally wants to move through your life. And when you map that flow out on the paper and under the light of the full moon, you are not just looking at astrology. You are creating a living spell. And this map becomes a portal, mirror of your money design, and illuminated and blessed and ready to be activated in a ritual we'll be performing together later on. So here's an empty chart. And let's begin mapping your money design by looking at your 2nd house. And so now in the whole sign house, what is your ascendant sign? And then the very next sign will be your 2nd house. So, okay. For example, if your 2nd house is in Aries, I lost. Okay. That means you're ruled by Mars. And here's what that tells us. So your money energy is about initiative. And you don't just wait for money to come to you, but you activate it by taking bold steps, starting things by putting your energy into action. So when you move, money moves with you. And if your 2nd house is in Taurus, ruled by Venus, so then your money has the energy of receiving and enjoying. So it's less about chasing and more about aligning. So when you ground into your body, savor your senses, and creating comfort and beauty around you, abundance flows more naturally. And it can feel as if money comes when you are steady, rooted, and open to receive. And if your 2nd house is in Gemini, it's ruled by Mercury. So your money is connected to the world of information and exchanges. And it's not about holding one thing together. It's about movement, versatility, and flow. So when you let information move through you, so money moves with it. And if your 2nd house is in Cancer, ruled by Moon, so your money is deeply tied to your emotional and sense of security. So abundance flows when you feel safe, nourished, and emotionally aligned with what you are doing. So when your emotional well-being is strong, your money flow strengthens too. And if your 2nd house is in Leo, ruled by the Sun, Nature of your money is generosity. So when you give from place of joy and confidence, the flow returns to you multiplied. So if your second house in Virgo, ruled by Mercury, your money energy is service oriented. So abundance flows when you use your skill to support others in practical and meaningful ways. If your second house is in Libra, ruled by Venus, your money energy is about balance and fairness. Abundance flows when there is a harmony in what you give and what you receive. And if your second house is in Scorpio, ruled by Mars, your money energy is psychological and magnetic. So abundance flows when you face the deeper layer of your relationship with the money. And think of your money flow as an alchemy in turning shadow into gold. And if your second house is in Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, your money energy is expansive, adventurous, and multicultural. And your wealth grows when you follow your curiosity and seek truth and say yes to opportunity that feels bigger than yourself. And if your second house is in Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, your money energy is very structured. For you, prosperity isn't about quick wins. It's about building something lasting, something that stands test of the time. And if your second house is in Aquarius, ruled by Saturn again, and your money energy is collective, innovative, and visionary, abundance flows when you are connected to your resource to the greater good. And if your second house is in Pisces, ruled by Jupiter, your nature of money is spiritual. So for you, money is never just the materials. It's a reflection of trust, faith, and divine flow. So once you know the sign on your second house, the next step is to find where the ruling planet lives in your chart. So again, in the whole sign chart, that house is the anchor point. So where your resources are rooted. So for example, my second house is in Cancer, ruled by Moon. My Moon is in the 12th house in Taurus. That means my resources are anchored in the 12th house, the realm of spirituality, mysticism, the subconscious, solitude, and the work behind the scene. So my money flow is deeply tied to like hidden wisdom and sacred spaces. So you could say that I activate my abundance by connecting to spirits, like meditating, working with the dreams, and essentially embracing the solitude. So think of that your money house is your second house ruler lives the place where your treasure is stored. So that's I'm sorry.
Oh, I just want to emphasize again, because this is where it might be for someone that doesn't know a lot about astrology. On the worksheet, again, it's where your second house ruler. So if it's the moon, and that was listed on the previous slide, if you go through, it lists what the ruler is for each one of those things. And then you take a look where, so if it's Aries and it's Mars, or if it's Scorpio and it's Mars, then you find out where Mars is in your chart in the houses, and then you go to this screen and check on that house system. So I just want to just to give a little bit of an extra explanation for that, because that I think is really for someone that's new. I just wanted to give that information out. So go ahead. I'm sorry for the interruption,
Okay.
but to me this is really important here. So okay, go ahead.
Okay, so think of that second house. Your second house ruler lives in the place, wherever is in the chart, that's the place that your treasure is stored. So that's the chamber of your chart where resources, opportunity, and wealth wants to reveal themselves. So take a moment to write down your second house sign and the ruling planet. And, this will be the root of your money design map. So then money is just, isn't just about what you earn. So your chart holds the money ecosystem, and that's made up of 3 houses, the second, sixth, and 10th house. So second house is your earning and livelihood, and sixth house is your actual daily work, and 10th house is the career house. So together, these 3 form your wealth triad. And take a moment to notice them together on your chart. So maybe even trace them with your pen or circle them so you can literally see the current of the wealth your chart is holding for you. And here's something important. These 3 houses are not separate rooms. They are each chamber connected by trine. So that what flows in one chamber is flows into another. So in ancient astrology, this connection is called a triplicity, the element that ties your second, sixth, and 10th houses together. And think of it like this way. The element is the fuel of your wealth ecosystem. So it's the current that keeps your livelihood, your daily work, and your career moving in harmony. The invisible power source of your money magic. So let's explore each element. So the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, your wealth is fueled by energy and enthusiasm. So money flows when you are lit up, inspired, and courageous. If you're bored or disconnected, the current slows. So shows up as frustration or burnout. But when you act from passion and joy, your money lights like a flame catching spark. So for earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, your wealth current is practical and grounded. So abundance built through steady routines, tangible results, and resources you can trust. So quick wins may tempt you, but your true prosperity comes from creating something solid, lasting, and real, like soil cultivated for long harvest. So for air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, your wealth current is mental and relational. So informations, ideas, and conversations are what keeps money moving for you. The more you connect, exchange, and communicate, the stronger the flow. So think of your wealth as wind, invisible yet powerful. So carrying seeds of abundance across a vast distance. And for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, your wealth current is emotional and intuitive. So money flows when you feel safe, connected, and attuned to your inner tides. So more than any other element, water must trust its rhythm. The natural ebb and flow of gain and release. Imagine your money as a living stream. So sometimes gentle, sometimes rushing, always reshaping its path. So now look back your wealth triad. So which element run through your second, sixth, and 10th houses? That element is your lifeblood. So connecting your livelihood, your daily work, and your career into one living system. And finally, on our map today, we bring the Pluto in series. We'll go quickly, but these two hold a powerful key to money magic. So Pluto, the king of underworld, shows your hidden wealth, the buried resources, taboo power, and underworld treasure in your chart. So wherever Pluto lives, he hides riches in the dark, waiting for you to claim them. In Ceres, the goddess of harvest, shows your living abundance, the harvest, the cycle of loss and renewal, and the way you cultivate nourishment and prosperity in your daily life. So together, Pluto and Ceres hold the great mystery of transformation. So scarcity into renewal, loss into growth, and endings into abundance. So as you map, place mark for Pluto, the place of hidden treasure, then mark Ceres, the place where you bring those riches into light. And take a moment to see both on your chart. And so, okay, so this is my wealth map. But now you can see the whole picture coming together. Your second house nature and your ruler's treasure house and your wealth triad and elemental current and the key of the Pluto and Ceres. So all of these threads weave into what you now hold before you, your money magic map. So it's a living spell, a visual portal that mirrors your wealth design and reveal how abundance longs to flow through your life.
Can I want to add, can we go back to the previous slide? Okay. So I just want to remind everybody that there is actually a worksheet that you can download down below that actually looks just like this. It's a blank one where you can, because Nat touched on a little bit more advanced astrology. But if you take your time and go through, you'll find it provides you with so much really, really good information. And I love that this really does show how working with the element of your second, sixth, and 10th house, working with that element allows that flow to happen. I also have a second house Cancer like Nat does. And one of the things that I learned is that I can't try and keep holding money to me, like trying to be a big saver of it, because with water, that gets stagnant. And I have found that to be true, that if I allow the money to keep flowing in a direction and not be, afraid to and do things that I enjoy and still keep that money flowing, that it actually is like magic, because it does actually, I always still have enough. And before I wasn't enjoying myself, and now I am. People that know me know that I have gone into traveling a bit more, and I still am able to have, I don't feel like I've been taken any of my abundance away, because it's been allowed to flow and I'm enjoying it more. So that is the positive part of this. So really, really do download that worksheet, because it's going to help you, and you'll see things in there that are really important. I know my Pluto is in my 9th house, and Ceres is in my 2nd house, where my money house is. So again, that's an extra important thing for me to realize. And I did. And then I'm like, oh, well, that, and now, because I'm not afraid to utilize my resources and share that, then that's part of my water signs in that particular money.
So you could say that you bring them into light by spending.
Yes, exactly, and which is great for me. But it's also how intuitively I feel about doing the things that I enjoy. And I think that is the intuition that comes with trusting what your 2nd house is trying to tell you. So yes, I realize that we do have more information. We will be offering like a course in November where we'll dive deeper into the more I can't even say astrology anymore, astrological significance of Pluto and Ceres in your chart, because in ancient techniques, Pluto is where your treasure is stored, and Ceres is how you can bring that to light because of this. Basically, you follow the story of Persephone and Demeter, Ceres, which is also Ceres, and that brings that out for us. So that's what I wanted to just give a little extra emphasis on. So if we want to go ahead and move to the next slide, but I felt I needed to really emphasize that we do have things for you to utilize for this class that are down below that you can go back and rewatch.
Well, that's perfect, because now what we'll hand over to you and you will guide us to the magical space where this map comes alive through like meditation, and we will activate it with the ritual later. Okay, so go ahead.
Okay, just go ahead and move over to the next thing. So we're starting in the sense this ritual practice. So what I want to do is have everyone really realize that we want to anchor ourselves in. So let's close our eyes and really start to feel connected and release anything that isn't going to be helpful to us. So close your eyes, and I want to start by taking in 3 deep breaths. So inhale slowly. Hold your breath at the top of the inhale and slowly release. Again, inhale. Hold the breath at the top and slowly release it out. And one more time. Inhale. Hold the breath at the top and slowly release it out. Now, in your mind, I want you to picture you are going to be anchoring yourself into the earth. I want to have you feel roots growing down into the soil, down through the earth, through the richness of the soil filled with minerals and crystals. And we are entering the realm of Pluto, because Pluto is all about those treasures that are hidden underneath the earth. And we are going to reach further down and be rooted into the heart of Gaia. And with that energy, we are going to draw in Ceres, who is also an earth mother. We are going to ground ourselves in this energy, and anything that you feel may be a block to your energy, you are going to push down into the energy of the earth and send it away. And then we are going to take the energy of Ceres and pull that up from the soil and feel like it's growing, just like a plant would, like a flower would, and bring that up through our chakras, starting with the base chakra and moving up, turning all of our chakras on, reaching our heart chakra, and then going even higher as we move to the throat chakra, to the third eye, and up through the crown chakra as we are reaching up into the sky and utilizing that full moon energy. So we have cleared our chakras from Mother Gaia all the way up to the moon energy. And now we are going to pull from the moon all the way back down into Gaia, so we have a complete circuit. Feel that energy of the moon, pull it towards you, Send it back through your crown chakra, your throat chakra, your heart chakra, further down, your solar plexus, down through the base chakra. Feel it moving through your energy of the ground, the series, Mother Earth, and going all the way down and connecting yourself to the core of Gaia. So we have cleared all of our chakras to help us with the flow of abundance. Now I want you to slowly return to yourself, start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And now you can slowly open your eyes. Yay. And I wanted everyone to feel like there was no blockages in their system and that we were bringing in both Pluto and Ceres as a way for us to feel connected to our wealth. So with that, we will have Nat start the ritual. I do have a few things, and we'll have Nat start the ritual, and then I will explain a couple things that you can do to swap out some of the items that you might have at home. So back over to you, Nat.
Okay, feels great, though. Okay, now we are going into 4 elemental activation ritual. So we'll call in the spirit of the air. Wisdom, clarity, and inspiration. Enter this space, clear the field, and open the way. We'll call in the spirit of fire. The element of fortune, the beacon of courage, and the hearth that prospers and protects us. And we'll call in the spirit of the water. As we take this sip of the tea, we steeped in conversation and connection. We call upon the spirit of water, the flow of emotion, intuition, and exchange. And with this crystal, we call in the spirit of earth. So anchor in, gathering into this body of earth, and wealth, sustenance, and enduring grounding beneath us. So root this work in lasting abundance. Okay, the circle is casted. The 4 element of spirit is present.
So what I want to point out is that you can make this ritual very much your own. And I actually kind of like this getting nice lighting from my candle here on my face. I'm like, wow. What you can do is use different color candles that might speak to you. I'm actually using a white candle, and that can be related more to water, but I know some people use green candles to symbolize money or abundance. Feel what maybe the element is in your chart that the 2nd house, 6th house, and 10th house is ruling, and what makes sense to you in your chart. So you can use different colored candles. I do like to use candles in like every ritual that I do because I feel it brings a beginning and an ending in a beautiful way. And one of the things that Nat did, and I actually have one of these myself, is this singing bowl. You do not need this, though, to bring in that energy of the air energy. A lot of times Nat will utilize 2 claps in the symbol to call it the spirits, to call in the spirits that way. So it's 2 claps.
That's the like a sounds or opening to connect with the divine. So.
Right. And you also can have even a little bell. We're symbolizing that vibrational energy of what's going on. And she utilized tea because tea in her culture is so like a part of the everyday life. And the fact that when you are pouring the hot water into the tea, you see that blending of the tea swirling around with the water and creating something. I actually today, I actually like to do little things with water, and some of those are just setting intentions with the water, blessing the water ahead of time. So this, I put water in a pretty glass to make it more special. I actually had the water in a copper container, which symbolizes Venus, I believe, that was in my refrigerator, so I got it nice and cold. So you can utilize water in that way and bring in the element of water as part of your ritual. And I also have a crystal here. And what I like to do sometimes is just see the light reflect off the crystal. And when I'm incorporating that during the ritual, then I will try and infuse the energy of the ritual into the crystal. And then I can carry this around with me for abundance. So that's a very good idea. Whatever crystal might speak to you, maybe based on either what your houses symbolize of the elements, earth, fire, air, and earth, fire, air, water. I shouldn't forget water. And then you can carry that with you, or any stone that you feel that is symbolizing prosperity for you. You can imbue that and then carry that with you. So that will also help you as you're doing this energy of this ritual. So you can very much make this your own. Do you have any other suggestions, Matt?
Yeah, I mean, one thing about crystal is a crystal has ability to synchronize the frequency of our, own mental or, our frequency. So they will synchronize, and when we put the intention to the crystal, they will receive the frequency and store in, like a memory for our the story memory of our frequency of the intention.
And so what we'll do is we'll let Nat go ahead and finish our ritual. And then if somebody has some questions, you can put it in the comments, and we'll try and answer some questions for you if you have any. So Nat, back to you. Go ahead.
So first we'll close by finishing the tea. And extinguish the candle. And ring the bell twice. As above, so below, as within, so without, this ritual is sealed.
Yay. So did you have any more of the slides, or were we finished with the slides? I just want to make sure I didn't cut you off or anything.
No, I think that's about it. Mm-hmm.
So does anybody have any questions? Or if not, I can actually say that this works. This so works. I'm like, so what I really feel is setting intentions with that energy, and then looking at your, letting your chart kind of help you, guide you in this way of really seeing the best answer for your personal abundance. And one of the things that you need to do is anytime then you have abundance coming back into you is receive graciously. And that can be anything. If somebody buys you a coffee or anything like that, accept I'm accepting the abundance. I recognize the abundance. And the more that you do that, that just creates that flow energy again. So really, anytime you receive anything, even if it's knowledge, even if something like this, where it's like, oh, now I see, thank you for showing this and opening up the gifts that, because the second house is not just money, it's your resources. Maybe you're looking for a job. Maybe that will mean someone is going to be coming into your life that maybe will help you do that. So it's the resources, or I have a friend that has a friend, right? So your second house is your resources. And that's the house that we were focusing on today, as part of this triad of your financial houses. And the 6th house is your everyday practice, what you do daily, the people that you work with. The 10th house is your career. And I know I was kind of laughing because Nat has the ruler, her moon is in her 12th house of Taurus, where of course it's exalted, because that's how Nat rolls. And that's very spiritual. So for Nat to have a spiritual business, Cancer is her 2nd house, and we're actually house sisters. So we have the same,
Yeah.
we're both Gemini rising. So we're like, oh, but my moon is in a different place. So things work kind of differently for me. And that's important. Mine is in the 9th house, which is about learning and travel. Yay.
Yeah.
So for me, traveling, this has
Mhm.
been that abundance piece. It's like, oh,
Right.
I have plenty of abundance to travel. That's my
Right.
9th house.
And that's where your wealth is stored or anchored. So more you utilize your 9th house, and more the abundance will like come into the 2nd house. Actually, it's your like living, I don't know,
Yeah.
living resources and the sustaining the life or livelihood.
Yeah, and that's where Aquarius is for me. That's very much about astrology. That how, and it's the 9th house. The 9th house is about astrology. So all of that plays in, and so really download that worksheet. It's free. You just go ahead and download it and start looking at your chart and take your time, because I think you'll find that there's a lot of information. Oh, you don't have a definite time of birth. Nat, what would you suggest for that, to really then maybe look at maybe a particular planet if they don't know? Because Just John, I will say that in your chart, even if you don't have a definite time of birth, you can get the positions of most of the planets that will be accurate, even if you don't have a time of birth. So you won't know the houses. If you do want to find out your time of birth, I do suggest that you, because this is what I did to verify my time of birth. And I actually knew what it was, but I wanted to verify it officially. I contacted the hospital where I was born and asked them to look that up. In the mid-morning. Okay, that'll help. If you check with them, they will be able to. Actually, I had to wait like a week because they had to go and request records from the warehouse to look it up, because I was born that long ago. And so it wasn't in you were sent to an orphanage. Okay. So mid-morning there, if you know someone, you can have your chart rectified so you can find the time of birth, but that tends to be expensive. So I would,
well, you can just kind of seeing from your current life and how you like feel your the wealth or money flows in your life, and like, well, I will go from there. Like if you feel like that's a liquid or like move with a passion, or you have like a steady job and feel comfort in like having a steady income, and that's the earth earth triad. So
so
then yeah, I will really think about like what are you doing, is that like in where that kind of like coming from, and that kind of that then you can kind of gauge your like sense your like ruling planet, or something like that. Like I would just reflect on your life and then, well, you can always put your sun sign onto the ascendant. So
yes,
that's the sun sign astrology. So that works too, because sun governs your season. So that like a seasonal nature, or the soul's like fundamental like expression are born into the season. So put on your sun's on ascendant always kind of
right. And And I've heard that done before. And it's very true to think about how you are comfortable with your money. Like the earth signs tend to want to have that steadier energy. And Libra sun, Taurus moon. Okay. So Libra sun would then
Oh,
make,
so the Venus is your ruler.
and then Scorpio would be your second house. So Mars. So do you feel more energized
Mm.
with that energy of, you know, more risk taking with your jobs or your money, or you're more adventurous because Scorpio is that very adventurous energy? Okay, then that makes sense. So I would say probably water, water sign for your that energy of the water. And that was like me. I really for the longest time got stuck energy when I didn't allow the flow of the resources and the money. And so I would say that was probably something that would be in relation to you. So thank you for mentioning that. I had thought in my mind, I'm like, well, you could do a sun sign thing. And so actually that does make sense. And lining it up, if you don't know your time of birth, and I've heard this said before, that you line up the sun, the ascendant to the degree of your sun in your chart. So you just adjust it a little bit when you're working with some of these charts. So it's a way to get you started into the astrology of what's going on in your life. So any other questions? Or it looks like I think we've answered most things, but I will say thank you for watching. The information is down below for Chai Astrology for Nat. Don't forget that worksheet is down below. We will be offering classes in November. So it's 3 recorded classes and a live class that we get to work with your charts. And so that, especially if you have even just a basic astrology, we can walk you through all of that energy, especially working with Pluto and Ceres, and what energies that they bring into things. So I want to thank you for joining us. Please rewatch this video anytime that you want to reconnect and utilize that ceremony for yourself. And with that, I will say goodbye and welcome Nat back again to anytime she wants to come on the channel and give us some amazing information. So
Thank you.
thank you everyone for joining us. We really enjoyed this. And for everyone who joined us watching on the watching on recording. So thank you. And we will see you very soon. Bye.